Hey guys, we are here at 636 Sandy Ridge. I'm going to kind of do a little spin real quick and show you where we're at in the neighborhood. This neighborhood is definitely still under construction, so that is why everything kind of looks a little bare. Well, I'll finish my circle first and then I'll go back. And you'll see, like, out this direction, like there's house pads. Lots of red dirt still everywhere because they're still building. This house just got sod put in, so definitely still under construction. This one is completed and it is move-in ready. I do think they would be open to doing like an end of September closing since it is already completed. And we can check and see if they have this same floor plan in one that will be available closer to when you guys get here if we can't close closer to your arrival. Sorry. This is like a vinyl siding up here. So one thing you are going to notice a big difference in this house and the Newburyport house. Both new construction homes, but they are two different styles of build and two different qualities. So DSLD focuses really big on building energy efficient homes that are affordable. So I'll like highlight some of the differences that you'll see, and obviously there is a difference in the price tag. This one is 1740 square feet. The last one was 1703, so a little bit bigger here. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, super open floor plan. This is a laminate wood plank vinyl, and they do have it throughout the home. They carried it all the way down. Let's take a couple of lights. And so we'll just kind of loop around. You'll notice that they do have like the two different elevations in the ceiling. It's just kind of a design feature to like create some separation when you have this big of an open floor plan. So the living room is absolutely huge. As far as like wall space for like TV and stuff, you're probably going to be looking at having your TV there. Unless you wanted to put it in front of the windows. I have seen people do it. And then like kind of like living room set up in this area. You do have the eat-in dining, which is really nice. And this area is really big too. I do think you could probably fit like a 6 or 8 person, 8-person table here easily. I don't know that you guys would need one that big, but just to kind of give you an idea of the size of the space. I know it's harder to tell when it's one big open room. You do have kitchen island. It does have area for breakfast bar. Fridge would go here. And then you do have tons of cabinet space. They did do the 3 centimeter granite, which is a nice touch. Stainless steel appliances, dishwasher, oven, and microwave are all included. And then you do have the big farm style sink, which is nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything in here that I'm missing. So like the other one, like I'd mentioned with new construction, builder grade paint. So you do have this really light color, kind of the same thing. The paint is very matte. You can very much tell. This is gonna lead us to the garage and laundry. You have a massive pantry. I'm obsessed with this pantry. Like literally, I walked in earlier and I was like, man, the only downside is that you don't have any outlets in here. That is like one of my dream home things so that I can keep like air fryer and toaster and all of that stuff in the pantry. And then you also have a massive laundry room. So washer and dryer would go here, both electric. And then you have like all of this extra space. If you wanted to, you could literally do like a mud bench. There's not a plug-in, but you could fit a second fridge here if you wanted to have an outlet installed. And then the 2-car garage. And it's gonna be kind of just like your standard 2-car. So like 12 to 14 inches on each side of the door. You don't have a lip with this one. So it is gonna be like true, like pull in a car and park. All of the bedrooms are gonna be on this side. So another like design choice that you'll see that sets DSLD apart from like independent builders. So they do use these lights, just they're kind of standard, super basic. We see them, they're like a builder choice kind of light. They usually get them in bulk. That is part of what helps keeps DSLD's prices down. This is gonna be the primary. And I do think you could fit a bed here or in front of the windows if you wanted to. Another angle. Another thing that you'll notice, each room has a return and a vent. And that is supposed to be something that helps keep the house cooler and keep your energy bill down. This is gonna be primary bathroom. Primary bathroom is much smaller and not quite as luxury as the other one, which again, this is like kind of what helps keep the price down. Cabinets do match with the kitchen. You have water corner over here, that's where the toilet is. This tub is gigantic. It is as big as it looks. And they did do a tile backsplash for it. Shower, you're gonna have a glass door, and this is gonna be a fiberglass insert. Another thing that like sets price, helps keep the price down. And then this is gonna be the primary closet. This one is kind of a hard sell after the last one. And this is gonna be the thermostat for the hot water heater. It does have a tankless hot water heater, which is amazing because it means you can take showers forever and never run out of hot water. We do have like a little bit of separation here. Kind of normal. It happens when the houses are settling. This one's been on the market for 345 days. So, like I said, they do list them as soon as they break ground. So for about 6 months it was under construction, but the last 6 months it has been vacant. So, this is the guest bathroom, single vanity. It is oversized. You do have lots of storage. And you're gonna have a tub back here. I was hoping we would have like a storage closet or something here. This is gonna be guest room number 1. I do think these bedrooms are bigger than Newburyport. Another thing you'll notice in the guest rooms, we do not have ceiling fans. In my opinion, in the South, you need a ceiling fan in the bedroom, but that's just my opinion. Double door closet. I like to call these step-in closets because you don't exactly walk into them. Across the hall here, we're gonna have a storage closet here. This will definitely help with bathroom storage. And then we have guest room number 2. I do think these look like they're pretty similar in size. I think the other one might be just a little bit bigger. And you do have the same closet setup, and you have the same like light gray throughout. I honestly think this is agreeable gray. All right, this is your big return for your HVAC. That's where you'll change your filter and stuff. And now we're gonna head out into the backyard. I think I might have mentioned this last time just in case I didn't. So downside with new construction is that they do not come with fences. DSLD is offering incentives right now. I'll have to check. I know I saw, it was either, I think it was gutters, blinds, or a fridge. Sometimes we can get them to give an allowance towards a new fence. You have a really nice covered patio. It is like 2:30ish right now, to kind of give you an idea of like sun and stuff in the afternoons. So this corner back here, all the way over to the other fence. So you have a really good sized backyard with this one. This one does have somebody living in it. You could definitely talk to them about splitting the cost of this fence. And then you could talk to these neighbors about splitting the cost of this fence. I've heard most people have success with that. I've never had anybody come back and be like, yeah, my neighbors wouldn't do it. But it is something people usually do. It helps, kind of helps everybody out. Cuts the cost of your fence in half. And you'll notice here, these really big gaps at the bottom of the brick, those are called weeping holes. Those are intentionally left to, just put my head around here. Those are intentionally left to give the brick room for the water when it rains. So that's going to be your tankless hot water heater down there. But so when it rains and the brick gets wet, because brick's porous, it's a place for the rain to drain out and for the brick to like breathe and help keep it dry. So I think that wraps this one up. So this is, I cannot fully remember the price because the price it's a new construction home, so it's never like an even number. But if I remember correctly, I think it was $265,780. But this is 636 Sandy Ridge. We are still in Blanchard. We're literally, you turn across the road down Katy Lane instead of turning into Old Town, which is where Newburyport is. So we're literally a mile away from Newburyport. So same drive and everything. This one's 1740 square feet, move-in ready, 3-bed, 2-bath with a 2-car garage. So let me know what you guys think.